Man, got around. OG Silver back here. And today, guys, it's back to no victory and glory. Unfortunately, my stepdad is very, very sick, man. And wow, it's amazing to see how elderly people, their health can just decline like rapidly. For those of you who don't know, he had diabetic episode where he passed out, man, and then first he fell down the steps, dude, and then he was unconscious in a coma. And then he was on life support. So then it was a while they were thinking about pulling the plug. Well, I was, not my mom, and he miraculously wakes up, but then he doesn't have the ability to ambulate, to walk, because I guess when he had the car accident the first time he had a diabetic episode, he passed out while he was driving. He hit 3 cars and hit a telephone pole. I don't know if you guys know how back east is. They got these big metal telephone poles, right? Or let's call them street lights. Hit that, man, messed up his lower back, so he wasn't able to walk properly. So he had a walker. And this dude be trying to go up and down the steps with a walker. If you know anything about a walker, it ain't built for that, man. And I was telling my mom he needed one of those seated elevators, but dude's hard-headed, so he had a diabetic episode, fell down the steps, bust his head open. He's in a coma. Then he wakes up and he can't walk. But then he came home to do like a what's it called when you go home to die? Dang, I don't know. I don't think it's called geriatric. I think it's called I don't know the name, man. Like, I don't know, dude. I got so much going on. I can't remember the hospice. Yeah, he came home for hospice, and then he was like stabilized, but now he's really bad. So they got to monitor him. It keeps going off. I have to keep running in there, giving him injections. I'm not a doctor, but the nurse only comes once a day, bro. And the coverage they has is we can't afford to have a live-in nurse, man. That's the problem. Anyway, guys, I just had a rough night, man, and I wanted to make a video because when you take care of elderly people, it makes you appreciate your health, dude. I want to talk to this video is about directed toward youngsters because, man, when you're young, man, you feel like you're invincible. You don't see your mortality. But I'm telling you, man, when you get to be, man, like in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you start realizing your mortality. And it's like my martial arts instructor told me, like, I don't know if you guys ever been whitewater rafting, but like you're on the raft and you're going down and then you see the waterfall and it's thousands of feet deep. And so then you backpedaling, but you're eventually going to hit the end, and that's the end of your life. So just watching him, man, it gives me a reverence for the health that I have, and I want to start being able to get back into my workouts. Haven't been able to work out. Anyway, enough of that, man. I want to get into the topic of today's video, which is, in maximum security prison, bandits make you do wifely duty with your young bottom boy virgin booty nightly. And I want to share this with you guys, man. Like, I want you guys to know I read the comments, man. I read all the comments, even the silly mofo comments, even the fucking cell soldier keyboard warrior type comments, man. And I just learned, man, I should have listened to Big Hurt in the very beginning. I don't feed the trolls no more, man, because it's like, dude, once you feed them, it's like a bad kid, man, or a bad doggy. Once you give it attention, it just don't know when to stop, man. So just want you guys to know I read all the comments, man. I want to address a couple of things really quick. Like, first of all, I'm sniffing because back east the weather is changing from spring to summer. So the weather fluctuates, man, with rainy, cold rain, and then hot flashes of hot, dude, and then windy. It's going through the transition. So I don't know if I got hay fever, dude, or I got a little flu. I don't know, but I'm sniffling because I think I got allergies to all the pollen in the air. So all your comments about me doing cocaine, come on, man. Dude, let me tell you something, man, about maximum security prison. If you're lucky enough to get out and you got your virgin butthole intact, Hey man, you want to be thankful that you have an opportunity to do the right thing. So stay away from drugs and alcohol and women that cause you to put yourself in precarious situations, and even negative friends and associates, even family members disassociate. Why? You had an opportunity, man. Maximum security prison is like purgatory. For those of you who don't know what purgatory is, it's like the place between heaven and hell, you know? So when you die, you go to purgatory to determine if you're going to be pushed down into hell or you're going to be sent up to heaven. And if you come out of that, dude, you should be thankful and correct your behavior. So I wanted to talk to you guys, man, because you guys come on here talking about, oh, man, you know, if I was in prison and I was going up in a dude's butt cheeks, man, I would do it once every 3 days, like silly shit like that, because once I bust a nut, it takes me a couple of days to rebuild. Well, let me tell you about maximum security prison. First of all, the guys in there, and I'm not trying to glorify this, they have the ideal environment to be in their optimal health. What does that mean? They don't have to commute with cars, dude. They don't have to deal with traffic, you know, whether we're doing public transportation or whatever, dude. They don't have to go anywhere. You're in one little place. So I want to give you an example. If you guys ever been to like a college university and you go to the stadium, and I'm gonna give you an example. Like when I lived in Salinas, California, they had a college called I think it was called Hartnell College, man. No, Monterey Peninsula College. They had one of the best stadiums I've ever seen. Like the stadium was self-contained. So of course they had the track, the rubberized track where they had the track and field events. In the middle they had the grass for like soccer and football, you know, American football and stuff like that. Then they had a baseball field. But what I liked about the track, of course it had the steps, the stadium steps, but it had a world-class gym. Bro, you can get it in, man. So it was like it was a self-contained area. And you could spend your whole day there. So maximum security prison, especially like I guess the California dudes on YouTube call it a 180 or a 360. I don't know what that shit means. I just know I was encased in a place. Some yards had 5 buildings, some yards had 3 buildings, and it just depends on the tiers. Some tiers go up to 5 tiers, some tiers, a tier is a floor. Some go up to 3 tiers. But whatever the case may be, you're enclosed. And all the buildings are there. It's nothing but metal and concrete, dude. That's all you see unless you look up and see the sky. So in a situation like that, dude, you get 3 hots in the cot. Well, in maximum security prison, you get breakfast and dinner. They give you a sack lunch. But some dudes would make like zoom zooms and wham whams and soups and rice and blow up. They had this stuff called blow up. It was like a soy-based protein. So basically, you know, you get your 3 meals and you get a bed to stay in to keep you out of inclement weather. You're on a regimented program. It reminded me closely of the military. That's why I thrive so easily in maximum security prison. They tell you, lights on, chow call, work release, count time. Count time, you got to stand. You and your cellie got to stand by the door so they count you, man. Then after that, you know you got about an hour to do your skullduggery. So anyway, it's a regimented program, dude. And for a lot of dudes that like street type dudes, like these youngsters who run the streets, they don't wake up till like 11 and they run the streets till like 5, 6 in the morning and they sleep all day like vampires. That's a regimented program that allows them to have optimum health, because when you get your sleep, guys, sleep is one of the best things you can do for your health. And then also drinking a lot of water. You know, and you get your meals in, dude. Prison food's not the best. I might make a video about prison food, but the point I'm making, it's a very contained environment, so therefore you get easily bored because there's not a lot of other distractions. That's why when the bus comes, any prison movie you see, when the bus comes, everybody goes crazy, because not only is there fresh meat and new booty, you might get to see your homies, your loved ones, your homies from the hood, guys from your set. Then also you got the fear factor. There might be some enemies coming. But anyway, it breaks up the monotony. Why that's is important, man, because in maximum security prison you have what's called a program. This was my program, guys. I remember that count time was at 5 o'clock every day, because then chow release was at 6 o'clock. So I would get up at 3 in the morning, do my martial arts in the cell, do stretch, yoga, just be getting it in, getting loosened up. Because if you ever notice fighters before they fight, they come out, they all sweaty because you got to warm up, man. So you're going to be punching and kicking and everything, knees and elbows. You just can't go out there cold. So I do that because I had a mentality like, oh, when these gates open or when this cell door opens, whatever's out there, I'm ready to deal with it, right? So while this is important, you have a program, but your program can become boring because a lot of you youngsters, man, with all of your entertainment, your cell phones, smartphones, computer games, you just got all this attention deficit disorder comes from playing a lot of video games. Google it, guys. Because video games, man, they have all these distractions, lights and bells and whistles. So you're looking here, first person shooter, all this. Real life is not like that, dude, unless you live in a city like New York, dude, or like New York or Los Angeles, where there's a whole bunch of shit going on. Otherwise, real life, dude, it's like, you know, you have the ability to focus on things. So why this is important, when youngsters go to maximum security prison, they get very bored because they don't have OCD like me. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. I can focus on one thing, dude, for not just hours and days, weeks and months, for years. I can focus on this knife, dude. How was it blade? How was it made? How was it smelted? How was it manufactured? I can do that, man, for years, dude. And maybe it's a curse, but it's a blessing to me. Whereas youngsters, they get easily bored, dude. And here's the problem I want to share with you about in maximum security prison. Bandits make you do wifely duty with your young bottom boy virgin booty nightly. When a lifer or a bandit goes up in your cheeks, bro, there's three things that's going to happen. It might happen simultaneously or it might happen in sequential order. First of all, when they bust your cheeks, they've got a song in prison, ain't no fun unless the homies have some. So if it's gang members that bust your cheeks, all the gang members is going up in you, dude, in rapid succession as fast as they can. Because why? When they first take a young dude's cheeks, man, one of three things happen. Either A, the dude PC's up, man, like he goes and tells, man, now he got a problem the rest of his stay in prison because he's a snitch and he's a bitch boy, right? He's a snitch bitch boy. So they want to hurry up and get your butt cheeks, man, before you get a chance to PC up. So let's just say they take you in the cell. There's two dudes in there. Ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah. Then cell unlock come. They tag team like WWE wrestling tag team. Other two homies come in. Ee, oh, ee. And they got that going for maybe, let's just say 6 hours until it's the next count time. So then by that time you curled up in the ball like that, right? So maybe you PC up. The second thing is this, man. When they're going up in your chicks like that, dude, you might have hemorrhaging, dude. You might have hemorrhaging and prolapse because if you're not built for that life, this is what I'm trying to tell you, youngsters. If you're not built for that life, dude, the anus is meant to expel fecal matter, to push it out. You're not supposed to have your shit pushed in. It's not a natural thing. And that's why the Mexicans, and I'm not trying to pick on the Mexicans, dude, but I'm just saying what I've noticed in maximum security prison when they do love from the homies, they always just put the tip in, Holmes. They break you in properly, Holmes. Hey, vato, it's familia, Holmes. They take it easy and they put it in. Whereas I noticed the brothers, man, they don't have no love for their people. They just ramrod your shit and the woods just go crazy. I don't know how Asian dudes do it. I've never really seen Asian dudes get down like that. But I know, for example, the Mexicans know how to take it easy and break you in properly, dude. So then all the vatos get some. Now you're part of the familia. You're part of the gang member homes. And now you're waiting to do the thing to the next young dumb dude, right? But let's just say it's the brothers or the woods that's doing it. And then you got hemorrhaging and prolapse, dude. You're going to the infirmary, dude. And the doctors there, they know what time it is when they see your guts hanging out of your butt cheeks, bro. Hey, man, they're going to go ahead and put you in protective custody. So you didn't snitch on anybody, but it's for your own protection. They PCing your young virgin butt up. Or you ain't a virgin no more. Your bottom boy soft ass up, man. And here's the third thing that happens, man. Hey, man, you just might go straight savage, man. You might contact the candy man. Get 2 shanks, man. The following day, the dudes that took your cheeks, as soon as they do unlock, you just go Rambo on them. You just go Rambo. Because why? You like me, man. You feel like you ain't got nothing else to live for. You want revenge on these motherfuckers. and you're willing to die because your manhood's been taken because you're not built for that life. So here's the fourth one. This is a baker's dozen. What happens in the fourth scenario, man, is that you know, you just become like the bandit is like the king bandit. He keeps you for his woman, and he's got such power and status and clout in maximum security prison. Nobody's challenging dude because this bandit is like normally a serial killer or a cannibal, or he done some savage shit, bro. Like he got so many bodies on his jacket, on his resume. People know him, man. He willing to die to protect your butt cheeks because he wants to be the only one. He don't want sloppy seconds, thirds, fourths, and fifths. Why this is important, youngsters? These people come in the comments talking about, oh man, they would get bored going up in your butt every night. That's a fucking lie, bro. They already bored. Ain't shit to do in prison. Why you think guys play so many card games and they gamble and they play dominoes and basketball and handball and they watch so much TV, dude, and they always on the phone? Ain't nothing to do. You're like a trapped animal, man. I don't know about you guys. I got claustrophobia. I was meant to roam. That's why I like to travel. And when I get my mom's situation sorted out, man, I'm just going to start traveling, bro, because it's a big wide world. And I encourage you youngsters, man, and even you other guys, you middle-aged guys, if you don't have it, get your passport and just start going to other countries, man. First, the closest country you can go to is Mexico. Then the next one is the Dominican Republic. Then go to Brazil, dude. And then go to South America. And just go to Jamaica, go to Haiti. Just start traveling, man. Go to Europe. Get out and see the world, man. You know what? If you plan ahead and you get a nice tour package, man, if you plan like 9 months ahead, you can get a very affordable tour package that covers the flight, the hotel, or you can do an Airbnb, and the meals, dude. Like, you're only going to be gone for like 3 days. But I mean, dude, trust me, when you travel, the 3 days goes really fast. You see a lot in 3 days because you're not sleeping, right? So all I'm saying is this, man. I want you guys to be forewarned that when a lifer or a bandit, and he's, let's say, he's the top alpha predator, hey, man, he's bored, dude. Let me tell you something, man. Dudes in prison whack they meat. I know some dudes whack they meat 3, 4, 5 times a day. Now, I know whether they on drugs like crystal meth, or they on ecstasy, or they on cocaine. I don't know what they on, but I know some dudes be whacking their meat all the time. I had a couple of cellies, man. I had to beat them down because they was whacking their meat all the time. And dudes was like, oh, gee, who's you to tell somebody when they can whack their winky? Okay, man, check this out, man. Here's prison protocol. Here's maximum security protocol. If you have an inclination to whack your meat, let's say you got a nice... Back then, I used to get, people would get letters from their girlfriends and wives, and they could put like nude photos in there, dude. Perfume, they can wipe their vagina. They can wipe the letter with their vagina so you can smell it. So you turned on, and maybe you just done some phone sex with your girl, right? You turned on. Here's prison protocol, man, from OG Silverback. I didn't make the rules. I'm just telling you how it goes, and anybody violates that, man, I'm violating their motherfucking ability to live. Fuck that. Their ability to ambulate. Here's prison protocol. If you have the inclination to whack your meat because you're horny, man, what you do is you wait till your cellie goes to the yard. So you have to sacrifice your yard time or chow time and you stay back. You handle your business. Don't do that shit when I'm in the fucking cell because it's a test. Let me tell you how lifers test you and bandits test you. They be whacking their meat and making all kind of noise and shit. Ooh, ah, oh, yeah, ah. Looking at you, right? Looking at you while they doing it. They're like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. What's wrong with you, man? Even if that's your program, dude, I'm going to fuck you up, bro, because that's just, I don't want to fucking see that shit. I don't want to hear it. And what you looking at me for, motherfucker? Don't do that shit when I'm in the fucking cell, man. So what I'm telling you, man, is when you have a regimented program, you get all your sleep, you get your meals, you get plenty of water. Hey, man, your masculinity, dude, goes to another level that you can't experience here on the street. You don't understand. So I'm just sharing this with you, man. Don't listen to the hype and the bullshit and the fictionalized fantasy like they ain't going to be going up your butt cheeks nightly. Because I'm going to tell you something, guys. In maximum security prison, bandits make you do wifely duty with your young bottom boy virgin booty nightly. It's not just because they horny, it's because they got the highest level of their masculinity, dude, because they're on a regimented program, getting a proper sleep, proper meals, proper rest, and they bored, dude. Let me tell you something, man. You guys who like to watch porn, be honest with yourself. How many days can you whack your meat to some good porn? You guys be whacking your meat daily. So, man, get up out your feelings, man. I'm serving you the real, the raw truth. If you like realness, man, and you want the content that's going to educate you, illuminate you, keep your funky ass out of prison, because your ass will be funky when the booty bandits jump on you like they're a monkey, just going balls deep up and you're talking about Alabama, Oklahoma, and Mississippi, and giddy up, your little dog gets smacking your cheeks like you're a bitch. If you want to take a detour and avoid this pitfall, man, then go ahead, man, and thumbs up the video, man, and leave a comment, man, what your beliefs are now that I've educated you. Like, they're going to go up in your butt cheeks sometimes 2-3 times a day, man. I don't know if you ever been with a hot girlfriend that you're really attracted to, man. You can bust 2-3 nuts a day every time you look at her. And the more they pump your young virgin boy cheeks with semen and cum, your butt cheeks just start getting big. That's why you ever notice gay dudes have big, round, juicy butts. And I'm describing it to you. I'm not saying I like it, but it's round and it's juicy. It's just like if you see a peach and it's round and juicy, but let's just say you ate an extra large pizza and 5 hamburgers, so you're full. But if you see a round juicy peach, does that mean you want to eat it? No, you're just describing it. So you young boys, when these lifers and bandits go balls deep up in you, busting nuts, releasing their nut sack deep up in you, bro, cream pie, your little virgin butthole, your gaping hole. Hey, man, your butt cheeks is going to get big because that's what happens, man. So I'm just sharing this with you guys, man. If you guys want to continue to get educated, illuminated, man, and get some stories to keep you out of maximum security prison, subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, hit the notification all button. And to my valued subscribers, when you watch my channel, make sure that you're subscribed, because YouTube has been unsubscribing me from my channel, because they don't want you young guys to hear the truth. They want you to go into maximum security prison, and then your booty is going to be treated like some tutti frutti, and then you're just going to come out just switching around, man, like you Richard Simmons or something. So until next time, OG Silverback, out.